Hi and welcome to the Canada Credit Card Expert channel. Today comparing Canada's top overall daily spending credit cards, the American Express Cobalt card and Scotiabank's American Express Gold card. Just before that, the Canada Credit Card Expert channel would actually like to sort out the mess out of the 200 or so credit cards here in Canada, as well as share information about related subjects. It could be credit scores or credit strategies. Whatever it is, you're more than welcome to subscribe to our channel right at the bottom. So, which one of the following two credit cards will actually make more sense for your daily spending? Is it the AMEX Cobalt card or Scotiabank's American Express Gold card? Well, we'll have a little table for you in this video so you will actually be able to see it clearly. Let's start by saying that your American Express Cobalt card would earn you points in the American Express Proprietary Membership Rewards Select program. There is a whole video that we have right at the bottom, a link where you can actually see a thorough review of this particular credit card. At the same time, Scotiabank's Amex Gold card would earn you the Scotiabank proprietary program, that is Scotia Rewards program. So, these two programs, which one is actually making more sense? Well, American Express would actually have the membership rewards program is 1-to-1, that is $1.1 on travel spending, as well as 1-to-1 on Ticketmaster.ca, which is the best redemption value. At the same time, American Express Membership Rewards Select program would also mean you could use the points with Amex fixed travel program, and you could see the table for this program on the screen right now, and at the same time you could definitely earn a better ratio than 1-to-1 when you actually book on the fixed travel program. So Amex Cobalt Membership Rewards Select would get you that much. Anything else would actually be of a lesser value, that is 1 point would mean less than $1. What about Scotia's rewards program? Well, it does have a 1-to-1 ratio as the membership rewards of Amex would have when it comes to travel booking, and you could actually get travel booking as a credit statement as well. That is nice to have. However, at the same time, all other redemptions of points by Scotia's rewards program would mean less than $1 per 1 point. So our first factor in our comparison would actually give the advantage to the Cobalt card, 1-0. Let's move to the second factor. The second factor is the annual fee. Annual fee is $120 for both cards. That means $10 a month on the Cobalt and $120 a year on the Scotiabank. Amex Gold card, essentially the same. Well, we are still at 1-0. It's a draw. Next, Amex features. Both cards would have exactly the same features when it comes to Amex Invite and Amex Offers. There are network features. That means it's another draw. So it's still 1-0. Next, foreign exchange transactions. The Cobalt card would actually get you 2.5% fee on anything you spend on anything which is not Canadian dollars. Scotiabank's Amex Gold would waive the fee, that is 0% on foreign exchange transactions. That is a great feature, and now we are at 1-all. That means it's an overall draw. Before moving to the next factor, insurances on the card. Well, the Cobalt card would actually give you 15 days of travel medical emergency insurance, while Scotiabank's card would give you 25 days. On top of it, with the Scotia card, you would get two insurances that Cobalt card would not even have: trip cancellation and trip interruption. Even the travel accident coverage would be enhanced with Scotiabank's Amex Gold card. Final result for this factor, the insurance factor, it's Scotiabank. So now the result is 2-to-1 for Scotiabank's Amex Gold card. The next factor, welcome bonus. Traditional welcome bonus, that means not in times of promotion, would actually entail a higher, kind of harder requirement by the Cobalt card. However, at the end of 1 year of spending, you'll be eligible for up to the equivalent of $300 in terms of cashback by having $300 on your Amex Cobalt card. Scotiabanks would make the requirements easier, but you'll end up with $200. The advantage goes to the Amex Cobalt. On the welcome bonus, we are now to 2. Now you're asking, what is the earn ratio? While the earn ratio is absolutely amazing on both cards, which one would actually work better overall? Well, let's look at this factor, because this factor might be actually the most important one. Well, we are actually having 7 categories of expenditure, and that means what we call the food category, and that entails grocery, food delivery, and eating out. The second category you'll see on the table would actually mean entertainment, and that's pretty much cinema, theater, etc. The third category is gas. The fourth category would actually be streaming. Now, this is a particular category because it does have a unique feature on the Scotiabank AMEX Gold. And the fifth category would actually be transit. And that pretty much means anything such as local transit or Uber, etc. Then we have travel expenditure, and finally we have everything else. Well, let's go over this table. While at the very top, the grocery and anything food, you'll be earning 5 points on both programs. When it comes to entertainment, you will definitely be better with Scotiabank American Gold, 5 versus 1. Gas, 3, Scotiabank, 2 on the AMEX Cobalt card. When it comes to streaming, you get 3 points with Scotiabank's Amex Gold versus 1. On the transit front, it will be 3 to 2. And on the travel front, the Cobalt card will actually earn you 2 versus 1 by Scotiabank's Amex Gold. So this is one advantage of the Cobalt card. On anything else, you have 1 to 1. Let's have a look at the following table. On an average expenditure that we actually have, which is obviously by no means scientific, but it's just an average, we would actually see that you will be earning more points with your Scotiabank card than with your Cobalt card. That means that when it comes to earn factor, we will actually give the advantage to Scotiabank's Amex Gold card. That is 3 to 2 overall score. One more factor to go, and the factor is miscellaneous. Well, what other stuff do we have with these two cards? Well, firstly, the Amex Cobalt card would have totally free supplementary cards versus Scotiabank's Amex Gold $29 annually. At the very same time, it would have the ability to transfer your points into loyalty programs of 2 hotels, that is Hilton Honors and Marriott Bonvoy. We actually value these transfer options as higher, better than the ones offered by Scotiabank's Amex Gold card, being transferring points to the cinema program Scene Points. That is why we believe with the supplementary cards being totally free, that the Amex Cobalt would actually win this category of miscellaneous, and that is 3-3. We should have mentioned also, just to sum it up, that the Amex Gold by Scotiabank would have a little discount for you if you decided to go for the Priority Plus membership. But at the same time, we believe that this perk would be, on the scheme of things, minor for people who are after an overall daily spending card. So there you have it. You basically have a 3-3 draw between these two cards. So the question is, which one will actually be better for you? Well, let's look at it one more time. Well, basically, if these patterns of expenditure are actually true to you, you would actually look at how much money you actually spend on travel versus how much money you actually spend on gas and entertainment. This is where the variations could actually make your decision easier. At the very same time, you might actually be looking into the advantages of Scotiabank's Amex Gold when it comes to no foreign exchange and, at the same time, better insurances. We would say that unless you spend a lot of money on travel, and that is much more than we actually had at the table, and unless you're a member of the Marriott Bonvoy program, as we believe the Hilton Honors transfer option is not recommended, then the Scotiabank Amex Gold might have a slight advantage for you. Then again, look at the overall factors as covered by this video. We have the bell right side of this screen, and we have the subscribe button as well. We will see you shortly. We hope we've been of great help today. See you soon.